One of the exciting things about working in an auction house is to see a collection which is comprehensive and addresses a moment in art history. And we're very excited to have the Scharf collection at Christie's because it represents the Stieglitz circle, Alfred Stieglitz, of course, being one of the great dealers in the early 20th century. And it represents the moment where modernism enters the stage in American art.
Stieglitz had a core group of artists that are often referred to as the Stieglitz Circle. Those artists have gone on to become the icons of American modernism.
So this is an inscription by Alfred Stieglitz, and Stieglitz's initials with an exclamation point. And then Stieglitz's writing up here with the title, date, and identifying it as a watercolor by John Marin. This is the moment in the teens and the 1920s when artists start to look to what it is to be modern, what it is to be an American and modern, and to find a new vocabulary to express that.
As I believe Gertrude Stein said of Marston Hartley, it was really his color that made his paintings transcendent. And I think we see that in a lot of the works here, how color forms this sort of expressive nature to the paintings that can really anticipate what the next generation of artists would be doing in America after the war. In 1912, Alfred Stieglitz had sent Marston Hartley to Europe, and abstraction was executed while he was in Paris or Germany and working very closely alongside artists like Kandinsky that were really pushing abstraction further than it ever had gone before. And here in this work, we certainly see that taken to the furthest extent possible.
And it never quite got back to this level of abstraction.
A spiritual connection to nature and the new methods of expressing that were something that really connected the artists of the circle.
I think that's one of the things that makes these artists interesting because the subject matter isn't necessarily brand new. What's new about them is how they're painted, the style, the boldness of them, and that's what makes this group of artists exciting. So this is Arthur Dove's River Bottom, and you're looking through the water at the bottom of the riverbed.
To create this work, Dove actually immersed himself in the environment. He stood in the middle of a stream, and you can interpret it on multiple levels because he is so abstracted in the painting.
I think it's also this experience of the common elements of nature. They're not looking for extraordinary views of Yosemite Park. He's standing in a stream, and the flowers that O'Keeffe painted, they're all common flowers, but she transforms it through art into something much more profound.
This work is the first time that O'Keeffe is approaching in this scale and this level of magnification her favorite subject of the flower that would make her not only an icon of American art, not only one of the most important female artists of the 20th century, but one of the most important modernists overall.
You see the crisp lines that characterize her later work too. She's abstracted the form in a very interesting, innovative way, layering these pointed shapes and this wonderful, evocative interior that is the center of the composition.
While O'Keeffe always focused on her work as an exploration in color and form, a lot of the critics were associating the works with a sexual connotation, but O'Keeffe really wanted to be known for her formal exploration of her subject, just as her male colleagues were.
You touched on something earlier, which I think is the key, which is the emotion that is embedded in these works of art. And if you watch people looking at these paintings in a gallery, they connect immediately. It's that ability for them just to grab us as viewers, that's the key.